Hey everyone, Dr. D here, and today I'm going to show you this video. It's pretty special, and this was back when I was in Japan. This was the day that I was playing on the white machine with GINXYASU. In this video, you're going to see a few things. Firstly, you're going to see GINXYASU be an absolute beast, and MFC for God knows how many times he's done it, Candy Heart again. Followed by, I'm surprisingly, sorry about that, I'm surprisingly going to get it twice in a row myself, with the first one being my first time getting it. And the third time is a little special. But before we get to those, there's this video that I want to show you first, which is GINXYASU getting his. So, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, there you have it. GINXYASU being an absolute monster. Now for the next two takes, I want to pay attention to my side actually. And actually, I'd like you to look at my side for this take as well. I actually got perfect on the 8th step of the song, which does mean that for the rest of the 309 following steps, I had all marvelous. Some of you who've watched my other video probably know where this is going, and probably by the title as well. But before we continue, I would like to apologize for the low audio quality. That is, well, for the video at least. And that's because there is, if you can tell, there's a really annoying humming sound in the background. And I'm trying to cancel it out by just not blaring the music too loud. And secondly, sorry about this kind of video. I know it's a little unprofessional. I'm still trying to figure out a way to make a video like this, and so far this is the best thing I can come up with. Alright, let's continue. So it's obviously going to go through the time where we're you know, leaving the the menu. So I'm just going to skip ahead. I just want you to know that it's all in one take, so I'm fast forwarding by 10 seconds each time. And then finally the song is starting again, and we're going to pick up here without my nasally voice. Alright, here we go.
Chances to get a twin marvelous full combo, because this is his last set. Stage. Tear it up, y'all.
Now, unfortunately, that does not happen, but score one for Dr. D. So, that was the first time I MFC'd this song. It was, at the time, I guess, number 24, 25. I'd have to double check. I'm at 28 right now as of recording, by the way. Okay, so, yeah, so I got it. Again, we're going to skip ahead. I don't want to, waste your guys' time here, which I'm already kind of doing. And this is second stage. Now, if you're following along, I did just MFC it, which is a total of 317 Marvelous in a row. And if you're adding that to the 309 I got at the end of the last song, that makes a cool 226 Marvelous in a row. Let's see how many more I can get.
Energy. I'm Goku here, asking for a spirit bomb. Ready, whether he gets it or not, there's another first in the world that can happen. If I MFC it 3 times in a row, I will MFC an entire expert set.
Wow, I can tell that I was going into the third song pretty nervous, so there was a lot at stake before we went to the final stage. So if you heard me say before, this was GINXYASU's final set, and we were really trying to do a twin MFC on Expert or Challenge, which to my knowledge has absolutely never happened before. We were close several times, and not even on this day, on several other days as well. But yeah, we kept trading off MFCs and one perfects, so but hey, what can you do? Alright, so for you keeping count, and if not, I'm going to do that for you. That was my second MFC in a row. So we were at a cool 626 Marvelous in a row after the last stage. With that MFC back to back, we're at a total, YouTube comments, I should have muted those. Anyways, now we're at a total of 943 Marvelous in a row. Now we're going to go to the controversial third song. Why is it controversial? Well, sit down and watch it and you'll see why, and I'll explain everything at the end. And if you skip that second MFC in a row, I don't blame you, because I mean, if I told you I'm going to MFC it twice in a row, do you really need to sit through and watch the exact same thing again? Yeah, you don't. But this one you should watch through, and you will see why. Let's take a look. Oh boy, and that's the controversy. Okay, so if you weren't paying close attention, during that last song, at around, actually not around, at 188 combo, I got a great. Not a perfect, not a miss, not a good, but a great. Which, more on that in a little bit. So, let's say that we're playing All is Fair, and we're going to be really strict about this. I still got 188 Marvelous, regardless of what we call that 188 Marvelous. Or is it 187? It was 180. I'll have to absolutely double check that, but I'm pretty sure I got 187. You know, let me just rewind, because you know we can do that because I'm using this player. So let me double check real quick because I don't want to mislead you guys. We can mute that as well. Okay, so here we go, and yeah, we're at 180 and at 187. Yeah, I got 188. 189 is the controversial great. So even if we're playing by the rules, I still got 188 on this song. Adding that to my 943 gives us a grand total of 1,131 Marvelous in a row. And if you want to even say it, there hasn't been a single perfect on the screen for 1,260 steps. So that's another way of saying it, but that's a little weird, and I don't mind. Because, yeah, I was joking at the end of this set saying, well, you know what? I still got a 0 perfect, set, which is technically true. It is a 0 perfect set, but, you know, that's obviously with a huge caveat that, well, you can see it right there, that I have a blistering great right there. Okay, now let's go to the controversy. Anyone that knows me knows that I'm a very fair, very honest player, and I will just say it right now. That great was absolute bullshit. And that really hurts me to say it because I will also say that that evening I did work on fixing these pads. Now, I only had about an hour to do it, and usually after I fix pads I do, obviously diagnostics and tests afterwards, which I haven't really been able to do there. But I will concede, well actually I won't concede, I will say that that grade was absolutely not mine, and we can look back and I can show you evidence why it probably was not my grade. Alright, now using a little VLC magic, we're going to slow it down to 0.25 and take another look at it. So let me skip ahead if I can. I don't want to make you wait longer than you have to. Okay, so we're at 180. And I want you to pay attention that you absolutely do see when I'm doing ghost steps. So for example, right here, and then following that, I do a ghost step on that left arrow right there. You can see it, right? So you absolutely know when the arrow is being pressed down. Now, does it get pressed down early? Because it was a fast great. Does the arrow get pressed down early or not during the 189 combo? Let's see. So 87, and then 88. Now pay close attention to that down arrow, and you can even look at my foot at the bottom. Though to be fair, those cameras are probably not perfectly synced. All right, and do you see any press? I don't see a press. I don't see a press. And now there's a register. However, it's a fast grade. It kind of seems like a glitch. Now there's plenty of times that I get a great or a good or something, and I know why. It's usually because the pad triggered. Like if you stomp a little too hard, say on like the center bracket or something, it might vibrate and cause a glitch where one of the sensors will go off prematurely. And if that does happen, you'll get obviously like early goods, greats, perfects, but probably it'd be because you'd probably be hitting it on a beat of eighth note before. All right, so in this case, honestly, it kind of seems like a glitch. I've never really experienced this too many times, maybe a few or a handful of times, and I could just be in my imagination. And I'll even concede that it is possible that that was my grade, though at the time I absolutely did not feel it. I mean, I'm the kind of person that I will jump and say, yeah, that's me, I fucked up, because that's how I get better. I always get better because whenever I make mistakes or whenever I don't do something well, I recognize it and then I do better next time. But in this case, I didn't feel that I did anything wrong. I mean, if that was a perfect, I wouldn't even think twice. But the fact that it's a great makes you really question it. So it's really up to you guys to decide. I'm not really going to mind it too much, but because of that glitch or because of my mess up or whatever, this is not a true MFC set, which I really wish it would have been, because wow, how cool would that have been to just see 3 marvelous full combos on an expert song. I bet that has not been done yet. And it might never get done, all thanks to that stupid grade. Alright guys, this is going on a little too long. I might put a Cliff Notes version in the description. If you stayed till the end, thanks for watching. If you like kind of these pseudo breakdown videos like this, let me know. If you have a suggestion of make it a little more professional quality, let me know. But I'm just going to wrap it up. I'm almost done doing all my score updates from Japan and then putting out an actual score update, and then after that I should be back to work on bigger videos. Thanks for watching, and take it easy guys.